What's going on, everybody? Cornerman MMA here, Ryan the Mighty Quinn, UFC 275 in the books. A lot of talk about emotional night. Damn. We'll cover the first. Joanna Jędrzejczyk retiring. I didn't know that was coming. She's had an amazing career, amazing person. Wow. And then the way she handled it too, like, I get it, wants to be a mother, a businesswoman, and she's going to be great at both, let me tell you. I just know her from the gym. I remember a story I think of with Joanna was when I got released or I didn't sign back with Bellator. I was looking for fights, and we were talking about it. She passed by. Quinn, you looking for a fight? I'm like, yeah. She goes, oh, don't worry. She called M1 Global for me, and then she came in the gym and she said, hey, I got you in touch. They'll sign you if they're coming to fight, and then if they're coming up with a fight. And I was just like, wow, just like she made a call like it was nothing. Like, she's just awesome. She comes off as rough around the edge, which is why she's going to succeed at everything she does in life, because she just doesn't take any shit from anybody. She's the best. Wish you nothing but the best, Joanna. Hopefully we'll get you on here soon. Glover Teixeira versus Prochazka. As you all know, Glover's a good friend of mine. That was insane, that fight. Instant classic, back and forth. Like, Glover was up and then, made some mistakes. Things happen. That's the fight game. That's the hurt business. Damage taken on both ends. Jury impressed me. I thought that he did what he had to do to stay in that fight. He didn't get desperate, which he very well could have in many situations. And that's why he's champion today. Usually in these cases, you don't see an immediate rematch for the people like that. For people like Glover's situation, he didn't have any title defense. He didn't have any long run like many of the other champions. Like, you're going to see with Amanda coming up. However, there's some things in the division that needs to figure itself out. I would like to see a rematch just because the fight was amazing. It was going Glover's way with 20. I would love to see a rematch. Hopefully, by the end of the year. Glover said that it's not like he's not looking at retirement tomorrow, but he's well aware that it's coming soon. I would like to see them both coach the Ultimate Fighter. I know I've been throwing crazy names out there to coach Ultimate Fighter. I was talking about George and Connor the other. I still would love to see that, but I would love to see Glover. I think that you would see both of them. I know, like, a lot of people really aren't buying into Jury's martial arts samurai code. We get a look at that if we have him as the Ultimate Fighter coach with more access to him and how he relays himself to those underneath him, the influence he'll have, as well as Glover, who I've worked under Glover many times. He's cornered me in 2 fights, and he's definitely taught me a lot about both in and out of mixed martial arts. And I would love to have a bird's eye view of that, or have the public have a bird's eye view of that. We've seen some of it on the All Access stuff with his fights coming up with his gym. He might not want to do it either. He likes being home. So, but I'm all for the Ultimate Fighter with those two. And Glover, if you need a coach, a guy. But lo and behold, we have a fight in question. Valentina Shevchenko versus Talia Santos. Now, I did watch this fight live. I remember the 2 close rounds were rounds 2 and 3. I actually remember thinking that round 3 was towards Santos, but I remember hearing the judges going into it, and they were convinced that round 3 was a toss-up. Now, we're going to go back and watch that. We're going to go over it. I'm unbiased either way. Now, round 2, it was interesting. Why was round 2 interesting? Because Valentina showed a lot of first of all, there was one judge that scored the 49-46. You got it wrong. That judge got it wrong. We're going to go into that. We're only going to half of it now, and then I'm going to double down on it later. First of all, I got the scorecards in front of me. We're going to see which judge it is, as well as we're going to try and see which round that was they scored. Now, round 2. Okay, why was round 2? I said to my buddy who I was watching with, I think they're going to give that one to Valentina. Why is that? She got taken down. And then Talia didn't do anything. She chewed up the clock inside the guard. That's the And on top of not doing anything, there was a lot of activity on bottom there from Valentina. Now with the strikes, elbows, submission attempts, I believe there was 2 solid ones. One was, I think it was an armbar, was her hips were up. So when you show amount of activity like that, that's the impact that, Mike Mazzulli was talking about. That's the impact that for it goes impact. You need to do impact in order to create damage, which is the ultimate goal in mixed martial arts scoring. That is impact. That now impact is, the attempts, the attempts. That's impact. That's like a jab, and that's the equivalent of what you saw in that situation was the equivalent of a fighter getting jabbed for 4.5 minutes or 4 minutes and 15 seconds and then landing a takedown and doing nothing with it. We saw this on the reverse end where we saw a tiger. She is a tiger, a fighter on the bottom working with activity the entire round, winning the fight within her guard, similar to how Ben Saunders was known for doing it, as Mike Mazzulli said. Now, let's go to the judge's scorecard real quick, and we'll see which judge scored if any of you are in the comments and want to leave which judge it was and what they scored, I am all for it. But let's look and see here. I had to pull it up on Twitter. Okay, so Santos, Valentina. Let's see, Valentina. All right, so Clemens Werner. Okay, Clemens Werner. I knew it was the first round you got wrong. I knew it was the first round they got wrong. That first round was Talia's. Actually, this scorecard's all over the place. Let's get into the fights first. Now, let's just do it right now. So, the reason why Clemens Werner got it wrong. Now, okay, Valentina slipped with the double underhook throw, and then Talia landed in the dominant position, had her back most of the round. Now, all right, and even more. Okay, so clearly this judge was looking at that round in round 2. He was looking at ground impact on round 2, and he gave it to he gave it to Valentina. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Is this? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he gave it to Valentina. All right. Why'd he do that? She showed impact. Now, Talia was in the most dominant position in mixed martial arts for the majority of round 1, and on top of that, this judge clearly did not see one rear naked choke attempt or the mouth cup for the entire round. If you don't think this is impact, then you shouldn't be judging. This affects everything. This causes you to rip away, expose your neck. I think there was like 4 or 5 at least solid rear naked choke attempts while she had the back. That's the equivalent of going for 4 or 5 arm bars, even worse. And if that judge clearly didn't see the impact that we speak about and that we know about now, he was willfully ignorant. I think Clemens Werner, he was biased while he was scoring here. Yeah, so round 1 was Talia. Valentina, she was throwing like jabs from back, but Talia was like grappling is part of the game. This is impact. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous, going for those rear naked choke attempts. This is dangerous. This judge clearly didn't look or willfully didn't look at any of that. And that's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. That makes things lopsided. But yeah, let's go to rounds 2 and 3. Okay. Okay, this is a rerun. I'm going to check. Yep. Okay, I'm looking at the replays now of all the control that and impact that Talia showed in round 1. The judge should be embarrassed. Okay. Shevchenko opens up, spinning kick, try to keep the opponent away. 2-1-2, 1-2, showing cage dominance. We're clinched up against the fence, spinning around. So again, I scored the scoring in this round, or the factor one way or the other scoring in this round was definitely on the ground, similar to round 1. Let's skip over to that takedown. I don't need to keep you here all day, right? Okay, we got the takedown by Talia. Now, she initiated takedown. So 3 minutes, with a minute and a half in, she's winning this round. She's winning the exchange. Immediately, submission attempt thrown up by Valentina. 4 or 5 punches and elbows landed from the guard. One elbow landed from Talia. A couple punches that did not connect. No impact. Okay, no impact. Creating space by Valentina. And this is where Talia kind of just chews clock. She just, okay, a triangle attempt that I forgot about. This is where Talia kind of, look, both hands are on the ground, which is a no-no. You never want to do that. She's just chewing clock here. Another 2 strikes landed by Valentina from the ground. She is active on the ground. I wouldn't give her a submission attempt there. Another elbow landed. Here is the gogoplata, not an armbar. Yeah, that was a tight gogoplata. That was a serious attempt. If you're going to score that, Mr. Warner, then you need to score the rear naked choke attempts that were in round 1 that you missed. More strikes landed at the ear, around the ear. Still activity. Nothing by 20 seconds went by, 30 seconds went by without a punch by Talia on top. So in theory, she's distributing and demonstrating control or duration, as we learned. She's showing the duration, but she's not showing the activity. This is the equivalent of the impact and damage being done by Valentina. Like, this is the equivalent of if they were standing up and she was just prodding forward and not responding to any strikes or counter strikes landed by opponent if this was a striking. Another submission attempt there by Valentina. Now we're both kind of chewing clock. High guard by Valentina. Still no strikes by Talia. She's just hiding her head. Okay, the ref saw it too. I think it was a solid stand-up. John Hackelman would be happy. Okay, more movement by Talia, but again, more strikes even standing by Valentina. All right. Okay, now here's the throw. Now this one throw at the end here, she landed the takedown, then lost the scramble. Valentina did. Lost the scramble. Okay, but again, 40 seconds left. Some baby punches not really doing anything for Talia. This is like clinching somebody up against the fence. Now, more strikes to the head. All right, we got to score because we're scoring because Valentina's scoring. But Valentina, she gets the volume going. She gets the volume going. There's 20 seconds left here. I don't remember if she throws up a submission attempt or not. Elbows. A lot of activity from the bottom. Those who watched and had this second round in question, go back and watch. I give this round to Valentina. I was on the fence about it last night. One elbow in that whole 40 seconds on the bottom by Santos. Any comments here? All right, now we're going into round 3. Now this is I had this one for Talia, but I forgot how it went. I had this for Talia, but no mouthpiece. I forgot about that. Let's see. So Clemens Warner had it for Talia. Everyone had it for Talia. Okay, but I heard Daniel Cormier say round 3 a lot. So let me we're going to watch what the Hall of Famer had to say about it. Okay, exchange 1 by Talia. Exchange of kicks by both. 430 in. Front kick knee kick doesn't land. Both in the center. Oh yeah, that was something I noticed too with Valentina last night. She was kind of forcing that left hand, and it kind of was coming up short. I don't remember her doing that previously. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of her fights. But Valentina, okay, she's winning the center, but it's not really because anyone's really doing anything. Body language, which is equivalent to reaction and judging, is being won by Talia. Yeah, both okay. Just kind of exchanging kicks, kind of refilling each other out. Oh yeah, there was that head clash. That was pretty brutal. I thought for sure that Talia body lock by Valentina. Great scramble here by Talia. Great scramble. I don't score that a takedown. That's not enough control. Great scramble. If that was freestyle wrestling, she might have gotten the 2 for exposure. But it's not. It's mixed martial arts. We're in the center. We're in the center. Oh, actually, let me pause for a second. I left something out about why Mr. Werner, was it Clemens or Warner? Yeah, Mr. Werner was wrong for round number 2, round number 1 and 2. So clearly he showed in round 2 that he was all about the grappling impact, and then he completely negated it for round 1. No. So like she picks and chooses when grappling matters in those first 2 rounds. Can't do that. Can't be biased. That was the biggest thing there. We'll close with that. Still kind of feeling each other out. Left hand thrown by Valentina. Again, maybe she just doesn't have a true left hand. I never had a true right hand, so I get it. By true, I mean like it doesn't really come out straight all the time. Body lock. Dean Thomas called the body lock in the pre-fight, how that was going to be the key move, and it totally was this fight. So here, Talia is showing duration against the fence. 2 minutes in, 2 minutes left. I think this is when she steps around. Baby strikes, pity patter, knees by both. Oh, yeah, the curl to the step. Yep, takedown. Takedown with back control. Actually, I forget about that. I wonder how they score if they need the 2 hooks in with the judges. But here she has back control. She's high, but she has back control. The hooks are in, and she readjusts. So she's in a very dangerous position here. And now she's going for her rear nakeds. 1 submission attempt. Two rear naked choke attempts, and that one is deep. Actually, I thought this fight was going to be over a minute in. A rear naked choke that deep is the equivalent of landing 2 power punches and rembling someone or rocking someone on your feet. I mean, if you don't see that, you shouldn't be judging. Another rear naked choke attempt. So that's 3. 30 seconds left. Another solid one. Another mouth cup to another rear naked choke attempt. So that's 4. So that's 4. And that means in this 5th round, in that first round, there must have been 10. Okay, some solid punches from her back because Valentina's tough, and those are scoring, but I don't think they're scoring enough. Another rear naked choke attempt that's tight. 10 seconds left. And now here she's just punching, but she's, there's damage. Not enough. Another mouth cup. All right, so there's the round. So yeah, I give, I don't think there was any question about round 3. Maybe Daniel was messing up with round 2. There you have it. Round 3 went to Talia. Round 1 should have went to Talia, and the rest went to Valentina. Round 2 went to Valentina because her activity from inside the guard, throwing up submission attempts, throwing punches, to non-activity by Talia. Maybe if Talia did a little more body punches, just so, but she didn't. She laid there. That's what it is. Now, in the first round, that's exactly what Talia did. She showed ground jiu-jitsu activity, but from the back with the mouth cup, the rear naked choke. So as I said, she probably had 10 from the most dominant position in mixed martial arts. That judge that gave that round to Valentina clearly didn't even look for that. He was only looking for punches. He was only looking for this. See, this is the inconsistencies that we're worried about as fighters. This is the inconsistencies we're trying to get out of the way. Now, my theory here is first of all, open scoring wouldn't fix that situation. Open scoring would make that worse. If the fighters went up and corners went up and saw that, like, what do we have to adjust on? What do we have to adjust on? That would make it worse. That would negate a good game plan. This is why the judges just messed that up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That judge Clemens Warner just screwed up round 1. My suggestion earlier, where judges be available at the rules meeting prior post weigh-in to explain what they're looking for, that wouldn't have fixed that. That's how wrong that round was. That was just wrong. Anyway, guys, we got a great week of fights coming up, a great week of interviews coming up. We're going to go over some other hot topics during the week. Pedro Munoz on Tuesday. Can't wait. He's going to talk about his fight with Sean O'Malley. And Wednesday or Thursday after the fight, I got a real treat. I got, oh, man. Oh, what happened here? Let me see this. Sorry, I just had a little freeze here. Oh, yeah, I got Chandler Cole coming on after his fight on The Ultimate Fighter. Super pumped about that. I'm loving this season. Glover Jury, Joanna, and Wiley Zhang. Congratulations. She's going to be the next champion. I can't believe I missed that. Really looking forward to everything coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you throughout the week. Bye.